Hello and welcome. This is the story of a man who ruled Nigeria with strong power and deep fear. His name was General Sani Abacha. He was a soldier. He became Nigeria's head of state. He ruled from 1993 to 1998. Some people feared him. Some people praised him. But many stayed silent. This documentary is about power, fear, and the price of silence. Sani Abacha was born on September 20, 1943 in Kano, northern Nigeria. He came from a Kanuri family. He grew up in a Muslim home. He went to school in Kano. He later joined the Nigerian army. He trained in Nigeria and abroad. He was quiet, serious, and smart. He rose quickly in the army. He became known as a man who followed orders and got things done. Abacha was part of many important events in Nigeria's history. He took part in the 1966 counter-coup. He fought in the Nigerian Civil War. In 1983, he helped remove President Shehu Shagari. In 1985, he helped bring General Ibrahim Babangida to power. Abacha became Chief of Army Staff in 1985. Later, he became Minister of Defense. He was always close to power, but he waited for his time. In 1993, Nigeria held an election. It was supposed to return the country to democracy. Moshood Abiola won the election, but the military cancelled the results. People were angry. There were protests everywhere. The military brought in Ernest Shonekan as a temporary leader, but things got worse. So on November 17, 1993, Abacha removed Shonekan. He took over as head of state. He promised to fix Nigeria. He promised to return power to the people, but that did not happen. When Abacha took over, he removed all democratic structures. No more National Assembly, no more state governors. He ruled by decree. That means his word was law. He picked military men to run the states. He controlled the police, the army, and the courts. He became the most powerful man in Nigeria, as at the time. Nigeria makes most of its money from oil. During Abacha's rule, oil prices were high. Billions of dollars came into the country, but much of it disappeared. Abacha and his family were accused of stealing over $3 billion. They moved the money to banks in Switzerland, Liechtenstein, and other countries. Till today, as we speak, Nigeria is still recovering that money. Abacha's government was known for fear. People were afraid to speak. Many journalists were arrested. Some newspapers were shut down. Human rights groups were banned. Activists were jailed. Some people were killed. One of the most famous cases was Ken Saro-Wiwa. Ken Saro-Wiwa was a writer and activist. He spoke for the Ogoni people in the Niger Delta. He said oil companies were destroying the land. He blamed the government and Shell Oil. So in 1995, Abacha's government arrested him. He was put on trial with 8 others. They were found guilty and hanged. Oh my God. The world was shocked. countries around the world condemning Nigeria. Nigeria was suspended from the Commonwealth, but inside the country, people were too afraid to speak. Abacha had a strong security network. He used the State Security Service, SSS, and military intelligence to watch people. Phones were tapped, homes were searched, people disappeared, even top officers were not safe. In 1997, Abacha arrested his own deputy, General Oladipo Diya. He said Diya was planning a coup. Diya and others were sentenced to death, but they were not killed. Still, the message was clear. No one was safe. Even though people were afraid, the media praised Abacha. TV and radio called him Nigeria's savior. Posters and billboards showed his face everywhere. Some groups even asked him to become a civilian president. They said he was the only one who could save Nigeria. But many Nigerians were suffering. There was poverty, hunger, and fear. So on June 8, 1998, something unexpected happened. Abacha died suddenly in Aso Rock, the presidential villa. The official story said he died of a heart attack. Some say he was poisoned. Others say he died after meeting some visitors. Till today, the truth is not clear. His death shocked the country, but many people were relieved. After Abacha died, General Abdulsalami Abubakar became the new leader. He released political prisoners. He promised elections. In 1999, Nigeria returned to democracy. Olusegun Obasanjo became the president. The country began to recover, but the wounds from Abacha's rule were deep. Today, people still talk about Abacha. Some say he brought stability. He built roads, refineries, and military barracks. Others say he ruled with fear. He stole billions. He silenced the people. His name brings strong emotions. This story teaches us many things. That power without checks is dangerous. That fear can silence a nation. That speaking up can be costly. But silence also has a price. Abacha ruled with power. He created fear and many stayed silent. But history remembers everything. If this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment below. Let's talk, let's learn, and let's grow. See you in the next one.